for tuning in to BZB TV and welcome to another episode of The Hive. We've got an awesome video ahead. Before we get started, it's very important that if you're playing fantasy football this year, to not draft a kicker in the first round. Just don't do it.
Unless you're playing in our league.
You can do it!
Just do that.
Also very important to make sure and subscribe to our channel, BZB TV. That way you don't miss out on the latest news, products, and trends in the AV industry. All right, so let's get started. For today's episode, you're probably wondering why I got this football. It's because we're going low.
Hit me, Flo. Now, HDMI is a proprietary interface for transmitting audio and video. HDMI cables are one of the components in an AV system. With that being said, many of the challenges our customers face are cable length and the type of signal they want to transmit. With more HDR displays, devices, and content popping up in the market, these challenges will only continue to progress and burden our AV systems.
So what's the best solution to address these challenges, and how can we better prepare ourselves for 4K and HDR? Answer is simple: an HDMI extender. Today we want to show you the 5 most buzzworthiest 4K UHD HDR HDMI extenders, $600 and under. Let's get started with our first product.
Here we have Atlona's AT-HDR-EX-70C-KIT. The HDR formats supported are HDR10 and Dolby Vision. It supports HDMI 2.0B, meaning all video resolutions, audio, and color space formats supported in the HDMI 2.0B spec are covered. This unit can transmit up to 18 Gbps data and is capable of bidirectional IR and RS-232. It's HDCP 2.2 compliant and power over Ethernet. The receiver can be powered up by the transmitter through HDBaseT technology. Now, what sets Atlona's unit apart from other extenders in the market today is its HDBaseT link testing. You'll have the capability of testing the cable quality between transmitter and receiver. So let's go ahead and hook up the Atlona and give her a test run.
All right, guys, before we start our demo, I just want to let you all know that our test is point to point. We're only working with our HD source, the HDMI extender kit, and our display. Now, currently we have our Sony PS4 Pro connected directly to our Sony XBR55X930D. Both are HDR capable. As you can see, there are no other devices that we're working with. There are no couplers, there's no other wall plates, switchers, or AV receivers, and we're not going through the walls. First of all, what I'll do is test out the distance for 1080p. We're gonna use a 230 feet Cat6A cable. Atlona says they can reach 230 feet, 1080p, so we'll do just that. Our second test will be for 4K HDR. We're gonna use a 125 feet Cat6A cable. Before I install, I might as well test the quality of these cables. Now, we can actually do this with the Atlona extender kit. The extender kit has a very convenient test button on the transmitter, and let me actually show you how easy it is to test these cables. So this is a great tool if you are trying to do it yourself. I'm gonna test these cables by just connecting one end to the transmitter and the other end. Very easy. So if you're like Tim the Toolman Taylor, you can show your wife who's the man of the house. Look at that. We've got a green light. The blue light means it's running the test, and of course the green light is telling us that this cable is all good to go. Let me actually test this cable as well. This is great if you're not sure about your category cables that's running through the walls. If you purchase this extender, you can actually do this test. You don't need a signal analyzer or any other testing tools. You can do it with this extender kit. And this extender kit, out of all the extenders we are using, is the only one that has this awesome feature. So good job, Atlona. Let's test this cable here. Now we're seeing a blue light as well as a green light, which gives us the 2 thumbs up. All right, so let me just install this. Give us a few moments. I'm gonna go ahead and connect our extender kit to our PS4 Pro and TV. Now, we've got our PS4 Pro right here. The HDMI cable from the PS4 Pro is connected directly to our transmitter. Now, from this transmitter, we are going to travel 230 feet via Cat6A to our receiver, which is right here. And of course, from the receiver, we have a direct connection to our display. So you can see this cable hanging here. That's the direct connect that we have. Now, we've got the PS4 homepage here. Let's verify if we actually have 1080p signal. Looks like it's 1080p, but let's double check. Let me go through PS4. I don't know what the hell just happened, but oh, okay, there it is. I know what happened. We went here. 1080p, there it goes, 1080p. Double check with our display here. So we've got a 1080p signal, 16:9 ratio, which is what we want out of the Atlona extender. Now this is for 1080p. Moving on, we're gonna test this extender kit for a 4K HDR signal. Give me a moment, I'm gonna swap this out. All right, so we swapped our 230 feet cable for a 125 Cat6A cable, which is the max distance the Atlona extender can send a 4K HDR signal. That's all done. We also had to go through the video output settings of the PS4 Pro, which is what we're looking at right here, just to verify it is on HDR. There it is. Now you may have to manually do it on the PS4 Pro or any of your HD source devices. You'll also want to do that for your display. Now just to double check, I'm just going to press our display button. Now we can tell that it is a 4K signal on our display here. Now how are we able to get HDR content on our TV? Well, it starts with content. You need HDR content. This game, Resident Evil Biohazard, is labeled a PS4 Pro enhanced game, which is pretty much HDR. PS4 Pro handles HDR. Give me a moment, let me go back here, because I want to tell you that these cables that we're using are high-speed 18 Gbps HDMI cable, which supports HDR. Of course, our extender kit handles HDR. This Cat6A cable can handle the bandwidth of HDR, and another 18 Gbps cable here, and of course our TV. All right, so you know what? Let's check out the game. Let's give it the eye test. Let me get the game running and see for ourselves. Let's see how dynamic this game looks on HDR. Alrighty, start. Whoa, look at this. Wow, okay. Wait a minute, let me take this in. Yes, the darks definitely look darker. Lighter colors, when there is lighter colors on here, definitely look bright and stand out. You can see the glare from the sun is just, look at that. The headlights on that truck are so bright, looks so real. The two most important factors on how a TV looks is contrast ratio, or how dark or bright the screen can get, and color accuracy, which is basically the colors on the screen resembling real life. This extender kit has definitely passed the 4K HDR test, as well as our distance for 1080p.
The Avenview extender also has a sleek design. It supports HDR10 and HDMI 2.0A. It can transmit up to 18 Gbps data, is capable of bidirectional IR and RS-232, and its power over cable is also bidirectional, meaning that both the transmitter and receiver can be powered. Finally, it's HDCP 2.2 compliant. So let's go ahead and hook up the Avenview extender and test out its distance capabilities.
We've got the unit installed. It was a snap. So basically what we have here is a 330 feet Cat6 cable. Now, the reason we're going 330 feet is because this extender kit will allow us to send the signal, a 1080p signal, up to 330 feet, which is a very long distance. Out of all the extenders that we're using today, this extender kit will give us the most distance for 1080p and 4K HDR signals. Now, on our TV here, you are seeing the PS4 menu. So let's verify if we have a 1080p signal on our TV. There you go, 1080p on the top right corner there. Let's also check the video output settings on our PS4 Pro. Give me a moment here. So there it is, 1080p. We can even go to the video output information, 19 by 20, 1080p at 60 Hertz. Again, if you need a lot of distance, this would be the extender to go with. Okay, so we swapped out our 330 feet cable for a 230 feet Cat6A, which is the max distance Avenview's extender kit will allow you to send a 4K HDR signal. So far so good. We've got the PS4 menu showing on our screen here. Let's double check. I'm just pressing our display here to show our output. So I'm seeing 4K on there. And just to verify with our PS4, there you have it. Everything looks good on here. Let me go ahead and run the game. I know you guys can't tell because you guys are watching this on 1080p, but that car right there, man, it looks real. Also, look at that. The colors are very bright. It's so bright, I think I gotta cover my eyes. Look at this. So the leaves, you can see all the little detail on the leaves. So I believe this is HDR. It looks HDR to me, similar to how the Atlona was showing. And as far as all the extenders that we have, the Avenview extender kit can cover the most distance. So if you need to send high quality resolution, 4K HDR resolution, over 200 feet, then this is the extender kit to go with. So let's move on to the next extender.
KanexPro's extender. This one has been on the treadmill all summer. Ultra slim. I would say that if you're an installer and you need to install your components in tight spots, KanexPro would be best suited for those type of applications. Very slim, very low profile components here. Now the KanexPro extender supports HDR10 and HDMI 2.0A. It can transmit up to 18 Gbps data. It's capable of bidirectional IR and RS-232, HDCP 2.2 compliance, and power over HD base T. Now let's go ahead and hook up the KanexPro unit and test out its performance.
Guys, I'm back. I just finished installing the KanexPro extender kit. And the first thing I noticed is the super slim compact design. It's very robust. The metal casing is very strong. So that's the first thing I noticed. This system allows us to send 1080p up to 230 feet. So what we have here is our 230 feet Cat6A cable. Everything's all set up, our display, the PS4 menus on our screen. Let's verify that we are getting 1080p. Let me hit this display button on the top right. There you have it, 1080p HD, 16 by 9. That's what we want. Of course, let's double check with our PS4. So, yep, 19 by 20, 1080p at 60 Hertz. That is the signal that we are getting. So, KanexPro has passed the 1080p test for 230 feet. Let's swap the cable and try to test for a 4K HDR signal. Very easy swap. I've got the 125 feet Cat6A cable, which is the max distance KanexPro is allowing us to transmit a 4K HDR signal. I'm looking at the screen here and it looks like butter. I can't believe it's not butter. It's 4K. Let's verify that though. There it is, 4K. How about our PS4 Pro? Let's check that. Give me 1 second here. Okay, HDR, automatic, video output information. Here we go. 4K, HD 2.2, HDR supported. Now, one last test. The eye test. Let's play this game. Let me see this. Yeah, I love it. My eyes are pretty versed now for 4K HDR signals, and I can easily tell you that this is 4K HDR right here. Yeah, the colors look great, contrast, it looks much brighter. All the elements of a 4K HDR signal are there. So from what we just saw, our KanexPro extender kit has passed the 1080p distance test, as well as the 4K HDR signal test for 125 feet.
Here we have Digital's KD-X222PO. The HDR format supported here is HDR10. It supports HDMI 2.0A. It can transmit up to 10.2 Gbps data. This unit is capable of bidirectional IR and RS-232. It's HDCP 2.2 compliant and power over HD-Base-T. Now let's grab our CAT cables and see how much distance we can cover with Digital's extender.
All right, so we've got the KD extender kit connected to 230 feet of Cat 6A cable, which is the max distance Digital's extender can go with a third-party category cable. However, you can go 20 feet further. You can extend 1080p up to 250 feet if you use Digital's category cable, which is part number, I'm gonna have to look that up for you guys, but I'm gonna drop it on the description. Cool. And let's actually see the signal we're getting on our TV. All right, there you have it, 1080p, no problem with 1080p. Let's also double check the PS4's output res, which is 1080p. All right, we're all good here. Let's move on to a 4K HDR signal. Okay, so we've got the KD extender connected to a 125 feet Cat 6A cable. Everything looks to be connected properly. We've got the PS4 menu screen. From here, let me just verify the signal that we are getting on our TV. So we're getting a 4K signal. Also, PS4, we are getting a 2160p, which is pretty much 4K. Yeah, so it's 4K. Now, we did do some tests earlier regarding HDR. Now, this extender kit does support 4K and HDR. However, the HDR format, it supports 4K at 30 Hertz. Our TV, on the other hand, supports a higher quality HDR, and that is why these two are not matching, and it is also the reason why we're only getting a 4K signal and not an HDR signal. And so this extender is still a 4K HDR capable extender, but if you want to use this extender for HDR, you want to make sure that your TV supports 4K at 24, 25, or at 30 Hertz, because this is the highest quality HDR it can support.
Here we have the AVPro Edge extender. As you can see, it's been on the treadmill all summer, super slim design. It supports Dolby Vision and HDMI 2.0A. It can transmit up to 10.2 Gbps data, and it's capable of bidirectional IR and RS-232. It's HDCP 2.2 compliant and power over HD-Base-T. Now let's go ahead and hook up the AVPro Edge extender and test out its distance.
Okay guys, we're down to our last extender by AVPro Edge. Currently we've got our 230 feet Cat 6A cable connected to our transmitter and receiver. Let's check our resolution. So on the top right, there it is, 1080p. 1080p is no issue for AVPro Edge. And since we're here, let's also double check setting, which is 1080p. So there you have it. The AVPro Edge passes the 1080p test for 230 feet. That's no problem. Let's check the 4K HDR. 125 feet cable set up with our AVPro Edge extender. By the way, I didn't mention this earlier. This AVPro Edge is definitely one of the slimmest extender kits we've been testing out. I think either the KanexPro or the AVPro Edge are in line for the slimmest extender kit. So if you need something very compact, this is also going to be a great extender kit for that type of application. We did test the AVPro Edge for 4K and HDR. Let's actually check our TV right now. Now it's all connected. Yeah, our PS4 menu's up. Let's see what we're getting. So there it is, 3840 by 2160. That's a 4K signal. Also resolution 2160. Let's check out the video output info. There you have it, 38 by 40, 2160 at 60 Hertz. Now, similar to the previous extender that we tested by Key Digital, the AVPro Edge is only outputting a 4K signal. If you want the HDR format, which is Dolby Vision, that the AVPro Edge supports, you'll need a TV that supports a resolution of 4K at 30 Hertz. Currently, our AVPro Edge extender can pass 4K, 1080p is no issue. HDR Dolby Vision will pass, but make sure the TV you're using supports the color formats that I just mentioned.
Now we've reached the price and warranty leg of the video. As we go down the line here, let's start off with AVPro Edge. Their price point is $499, and they have what they call a 10-year no BS warranty. Now, what will happen is you can give them a call, they'll troubleshoot any issues. If it's deemed broke, they will replace it and send you an advanced unit, no charge. They'll cover the shipping costs as well, or they'll work to repair it. Next up, we have Key Digital. Their price point is $325, which is the most affordable out of the bunch, with a 3-year warranty. Now, Key Digital will either repair the defective product or replace it with an item of equal or greater specifications. Next up, KanexPro at $499.95 with a 3-year warranty as well. Now, under its limited product warranty, KanexPro will either repair or restore products and return defective products free of any charge for necessary parts, labor, or shipping. Or they will replace and return, again free of charge, any products with a direct replacement or one with similar functions as the original. Now, KanexPro, along with AVPro Edge, they are the two slimmest extenders here. So if you need one to fit in tight spots for your application, any of those two will suffice. Next up, we have Avenview at $499, 3-year warranty. Now, if a product is determined to be defective, Avenview will repair, replace, and or supply new or rebuilt replacements at no charge. With this unit, they cover the most distance. So if you need the farthest, to reach the farthest places with 4K or 1080, this one may be the one you want to go with. Lastly, but not least, we have Atlona at $600. They have an award-winning 10-year warranty, the Atlona Advantage. They have global tech advice available 7 days a week, guaranteed 1-hour initial response time. You can reach them online or over the phone. Now, they are the highest price point out of all the extenders, but they are the only one with the HD-based T-Link testing, and it also supports the highest HD formats, HDR10 and Dolby Vision. The ability to achieve remarkable audio-video quality, control, and power over long distances is what makes an HDMI extender a great solution for your home entertainment system or any Pro AV application. The bottom line? Do your research and know the components you're working with before shopping for a 4K HDR HDMI extender. It's not always about the price, but the signal you are trying to send, the distance you are trying to achieve, and what signal formats your HD source devices and TV can support. Or if you're too lazy to do the research, let us do it. You can chat with us online right now at bzbexpress.com. Even while you're watching this video, you have any questions on any of these products, we have professionals waiting. We've added all 5 product links of these fine extenders down below in the description. We've also have a informative blog that expands and elaborates on our demo testing today. Check that out, it's a great read. Now, if you guys are still watching till the very end here, we truly appreciate you guys. We know that this was a very long video, but there was a lot to get to, a lot of products to test and demo. We didn't want to miss a thing. So thank you for hanging in there. If you guys enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. Also subscribe to our channel. We will have a lot more episodes, tech trends and news products from our partners in the near future. So you guys don't want to miss any of that. I also want to thank all of our partners today: AVPro Edge, Key Digital, KanexPro, Avenview, and Atlona for providing these fine extenders for this episode. Oh, and lastly, good luck to you guys on your fantasy seasons this year if you're playing. I hope you do not draft that kicker in the first round, the second round at least. Don't waste that first round pick. But that's it for today's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. I am Joel signing off. Hope to catch you on the next episode of The Hive.